Okay, viewers, a little bit of a tidy up in here. Just put the stuff that I really don't need much in my container so that I can access it. But I'll let this in long-term storage now. I'm not taking it with me in this man cave. Just looking at these amp meters. This is the one that was this was going straight for the rubbish skip, mate. This one. Bloody people piss me off, I tell you. People that throw stuff like this away should be shot, I reckon. But anyway, that's the first one I got. That's that one I got just recently that was in that box. Looks to be in a lot better condition. From what I can tell, I think it's had a lot less use as well. Had a lot less use, so it's probably been sitting in storage as a spare, or there's a bit of surplus. I never needed it over the years. This thing would have sat in the back of a depot in the storage in their storage compartment for at least 3 or 4 decades. So the stories these things can tell how well they're made. You just can't throw stuff like this out, no way. Different range too, so that's just got the 1 to 10. This has got 1 to 10 and the increments at the bottom for the for this setting here, range here. 10, 5 and 2.5. 5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0 and 2.5. It's a bit more easier, that one. Anyway, so I put that back in its bag. Have a look at the next instrument again. I'm having another good look at this. I found out how to read it. A foot count of 100 lumens per square foot. So 20 lumens is a test read. So the bottom one is your lumens per square foot. And you got your, yeah, I'm still learning here. We've got more square foot range. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 lumens per square foot. Next to do with this switch here. It's actually not loose. It's a 3-way switch. It's an unusual switch. So click on, off, on, off, on. I've never seen a switch that goes quite like that before. That is a pretty cool switch. Never seen one like that before. There you go. I think it might need to be zeroed off too. Lock that. That's an off position, by the way. It's not completely on zero. I'll zero that off. Got the right size screwdriver. No, not too big. I get another screwdriver. It's not quite on zero. November 1968. That's its week when it was last calibrated, I reckon. That was its last calibration. It's definitely a lot older than that. Has to be at least 19, maybe early 30s, late 20s. This thing. It's off. Low range. Just got to know what I'm looking at here. How to read it. It's on about maybe 150 lumens per square foot. So there's its true reads, or test reads, instant reads, true reading. It's about, what, 2 lumens per square foot off. It's not bad, it's pretty good, depending on what range it's on. Yeah. Multiplying factor. Medium range. About 100 foot candles there. Patent 1.5 million, 1.6 million, 1.6 million. Model 614 number 1131. Yeah, finding out how to read it. This thing is cool. I reckon that's an early solar panel. It's got to be solar powered, this thing. Or some sort of photoelectric resistor in there. Something written in there too. Photometric. Might have a quick look inside this thing, see how it works. Be very careful. Bit of chip there, it's been repaired. There you go, used for street lighting, this thing. Determining the best position for street lights, apparently, for best lighting and most efficient use of the lighting. That's what it was used for. Here's what's inside this thing. Oh, that smells 1920s. That 1920s old radio and coil smell. Now this wire here goes from there between those two inductors. That's an after. That must have been added later to calibrate it. Interesting, there's some trimmers on that too, but these things don't look adjustable, they're just old, really old bobbins. It's definitely a separate piece of wire altogether. That's been put there after someone else has put that there and left it like that to calibrate it. So that thing there's a solar panel. Goes to there, and then there's that switch. Hey, it's a really cool switch. Patent 1666338. That is a really unusual switch. Yeah, there are inductors there for different ranges. And that wire has been put there and left like that on purpose to calibrate it. Maybe it's been, it might have drifted off value or something when I needed to tighten the spec up or something as over the years to meet the new, maybe they changed it to imperial measure or metric measurement or some of that. And just calculated it differently, I'm not sure, but that's definitely there for calibration purposes. It didn't come around from one of these, not from what I can see. That's definitely been put there by someone else to calibrate it. So, a bit messy, but it works. As you can see with a date code in 1968, that's when that would have been done to calibrate it. But there you go. It's quite a nicely made little bit of kit. I'm just going to look at this time switch now. Make sure the gasket doesn't fall out. It's got all the glass out of it. It's a cool sticker too. Give it for authenticity. Wish I wouldn't have hadn't broken that glass. I've already poured the other part out. But what do you know? It's a quartz one, not synchro. It's not as old as I thought it was. And the battery's leaked too. And the battery's leaked. Luckily the corrosion's not too bad though. The quartz one, this is similar to the Sangamo Q550 I think, like Wayne's got, B-Box Deluxe. 6.3 volt DC, 200 microfarad sun brand capacitor. The day thing's missing. Yeah, it doesn't have that the day rate thing in it. Made in England. It's a Sangamo, not a WF. Not a Warburton Frankie. It's an import, this one. It's not a Warburton Frankie Sangamo. It's an actual Sangamo made one. The back casing is in good nick. The one of my Warburton Frankie one's broken. This thing's definitely rare. These are actually rare as. Have a quick look at the mechanics. Yeah, I can fix that, get that battery out of there. That's a backup battery. I'll put it, see, what is it? It's a 3 volt cell I think. Yeah, it'd be 3, I think it's a 3 volt cell. I'll take that battery out, put a jumper there with some AA battery. AA battery pack and give it a good test. It's a quartz one. Anyway, I can repair that. It looks to be in pretty good nick. And no glass has gotten in there. The battery hasn't done much damage, so that's going to be a good repairable one, this one. Anyway, the crystal there, 4.194384 megahertz ITC, and a trimmer capacitor. There we go. Oh well, decided to put this for the other part too. The other quartz time switch, Horseman. Here's what's inside this one. Patents on there, UK, Australia and USA patents. 0287, I wonder if that's a date code. Carefully, not want to damage it. Oops. Yep, corroded battery too. Battery's leaked. Oh well, that can be replaced. Hasn't done much damage, thankfully. Quartz motor in there. And that's repairable. So I've got 2 time switches that need new batteries. Or I could just replace those as separate capacitors actually. Even better idea, out of those crappy smart meters. Put separate capacitors in there, they'll work at the same voltage that this will charge at. And last a lot longer and won't leak. Maybe the best method. Anyway, that's another repair project for another day. Thanks for watching.